Welcome, fight fans,
to the Fighters Boys Kick-Ass Podcast.
Your Fight Talk Authority.
Not to mention the most entertaining and talked about podcast with your kick-ass host, Richard Ortiz.
You mad? Come at me, bro.
And his loyal kick-ass co-host, Senor Cole Escovedo.
Streaming live and worldwide.
Coming to you all the way live from a little place somewhere in Cali. The Fighters Boys
Kick-Ass Podcast.
Fresno, California. Mad Production Studios in Fresno, California. The Fighter's Voice, the only voice that matters, Kick-Ass Podcast. We're here live in Fresno, California. So if you're streaming, if you subscribe to the channel, you're watching us, you're enjoying us, because we got a great guest tonight. But before we even get started, we got the one, the only, the co-host with the most, Mr. Cole Escovedo, the UFC veteran, a.k.a. the Apache Kid. What's up, Cole?
What's up, amigo? How's training going?
Training is done. It's a wrap. Yeah, we were done actually. We had Tuesday free, but, you know, of course, I was celebrating my son's birthday, Richie, Richie's birthday. So we will be back Tuesday with the Fighters Voice Knockout Radio Show, followed by Wednesday, the Fighters Voice Kick-Ass Podcast. And talking about kicking ass, man, our guest is getting ready to kick some ass in the 140-pound division. I mean, I talked to him earlier, and he's just not content with the WBC, the WBA, the IBF, or the WBO. He wants it all. Wants them all.
Wants the Thanos ring?
Oh, man, he wants them all, man. He wants all the belts. He wants all the belts, all the digits.
How many are
you know, what's that?
How
There's
many
four.
There's four?
There's four. Yeah, well, then you can get the Ring magazine one, and that'll be the fifth one. But yeah,
the Ring magazine is on the line for the next fight.
Ooh,
okay.
My man just busted out. See, he's already here. He's ready to go.
So how many
Regis, my man. Rougarou, welcome to the show, my man.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, just let y'all know, for the next fight, it's going to be the WBA, WBC Diamond, IBF, and one of the most prestigious. Well, and you got the ring and you got the Ali Trophy, so all that's on the line next fight.
Ooh, the Ali Trophy.
So you got 3 plus a trophy?
Yes, yes, yes. But all together, when it's all said and done, you got the IBF, the WBO, the WBC, the WBA, recognized as the Ring magazine, ring belt, and that was back in the day, the Ali days. Yes, absolutely. Well, they recognize top-notch fighters. They don't share it. They give it to the Chingon, the one who's in charge. And right now, Regis is just calling out everybody, and he's taking care of work, taking care of business. Regis, talk to us about that press conference you had, man. I mean, he was kind of making fun of your height, and you came out and you know that what are you calling it? Not that skirt. Some people call it a skirt, but what do you?
It's called the kilt, the Scottish kilt.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, yeah.
I fuck with him a little bit, just put the kilt on and just mess with him or whatever. But yeah, he was talking about my shoes and all that. He was talking about the shoes, but he didn't know, Versace, that's, $1,500 shoes. So, he was saying all that shit, but I just had to show, he's Scottish, so he ain't have no style or nothing like that. Like, definitely not like me. So I just had to, I had to put him on. He was talking about my shoes and shit.
Yeah, well, you let him know definitely who his boss. My mic's a little high. You definitely let him know who's boss and who's controlling that press conference, and you let him know. I mean, he may have thought he had some confidence, but he didn't even know that the joke was on him. I recognize that right off the bat. Talk to us and walk us through, man, some of the stuff that he was jibbing and jabbing about.
I mean, the first thing, he was just, cool. I mean, real cool dude. All the people in Scotland, it was cool, but we were just going at each other. He said I was shorter, and I was, of course, way shorter without the shoes on, which is, it is true, but I told him, height never made a difference. Fucking Ndanga was like 6'2", and, I said what happened to him, he got out in 2 rounds, and I don't think I ever fought, as far as like in the last 5 years, fought nobody even shorter than me. Everybody's been taller than me, so that never, height never ever mattered to me, ever. I think I'm probably one of the, I might be, out of all if you look at all the champions right now that has a belt, I'm the smallest one, and I'm ranked number 1. So that tell you something. Height don't mean shit. So I just was, I just told him, we were just going back and forth, and that's all. But at the end of the day, the dude was cool. It was all right.
Well, I mean, most of them are pretty cool at the business part, but then you also got to take care of business inside the ropes, and you've been very successful, man. That southpaw stance and those body shots, man. And I noticed you talked about rankings, about being ranked number 1. Talk to us. I noticed that post today, and I noticed you let somebody know exactly who was ranked number 1, and that kind of got my blood going a little bit. I said, you know what, I got to reach out to this guy. I know he got some news he wants some people to know.
Talk shit to Fresno's own Mr. Rick Marigian and his fighter Jose Ramirez. after Jose's fight against Zepeda, Dan Rafael of ESPN put him number one at 140 again. He put him at not again, but I was ranked number one for a long time. And after he really, he had a close fight with Zepeda, he put him number one. So Rick took that, he took his ammunition and said, "Oh, I'm not number one, I'm number two," and all that stuff. Really, after that fight, how the fuck can you even put him number one even after that was a close, but, whatever. And now after my fight, I'm back number one again. He's down at number three. He's not even number two. Josh Taylor is over him. He's number three. So of course I jabbed at Rick and just let him know. I'm number one. I was always number one with Yahoo. The Ring magazine, Box Rec. I was number one at all that shit. And then now I'm back. I was number one on ESPN too, but I went to number two for a few weeks, but now I'm back at number one. So I just had to show him who the boss is. I'm number one.
How does that make you feel knowing that you are ranked number one right now in front of all the 140 pounders? I mean, is it an accomplishment yet, or do you still have work to do?
I still got way more work to do, bro. I mean, if I felt like I was satisfied, then I'll just retire right now. But no, I feel like I got a lot of work to do. I am a world champion. I am ranked number one. I do feel like I'm the baddest at 140 right now. But for me, I still got a lot of work to do. I've been, I'm already back training. I'm already back, like not in training camp, but I'm already back at the gym training. If people don't know, I'm actually living in California myself now. I moved to LA, so I'm back. I'm over here and all that stuff. And I still got like a lot of work to do. I want on the belts. That's my goal, is to be undisputed at 140. I want every belt we got at 140. And this next fight in the final against Josh Taylor, that's like my second step. My first was Kara Relic, and I got the WBA belt, and I'm the WBA world champion next. It's gonna be for the IBF, the ring, and the Ali trophy, and then after that we'll see what happens.
Man, you got your work cut out for you, but you have everything lined up, everything ready, and you're taking the proper steps. I heard you say that now you're living in LA. I mean, is that a decisive move, or you just kind of visiting, or you said to yourself, "Hey"?
No, I have a big ass house out here. So
okay.
Big ass house.
Yeah.
I live here.
Cool, not a regular house, a big ass house.
A big ass house. I was gonna say.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is, I had a
crib out here in LA right now, and I actually still have a house in Houston. I have one here, and I'm getting two built in New Orleans right now. So, but as far as right now, where I'm laying my head is, it'll be in LA at least for a while.
Good, man.
A lot of real estate options there. So speaking of options, I saw in one of our press photos, I don't know if we have it or not, I saw you in a there it is right there. Saw you in a jiu-jitsu gi. So are you looking at doing some crossover? Are you looking at just for funsies? What was your goal?
For me right now is I got a partner. One of my partners out here would be from Brazil, and he's showing me some stuff. When I was out there, I've been on it for a couple of years now. So when I was out there, I was training, doing a little MMA and jiu-jitsu. Same thing. When I'm outside of training camp, I do a little bit of that stuff.
Okay.
But I don't think I would cross over. I'm making way too much money in boxing to even think about MMA. The only way I think about that is, if Dana White offered me, 9-figure deal to fight somebody in MMA, then yeah, I'll probably do it. But as far as right now, no, I'm strictly a boxer.
Well, Dana White talked about branching into the boxing promotion scene, so that might make one more belt up for grabs that'll fall right into the category of things you already do. So, but it is cool to see you in a jiu-jitsu gi. So when I see that, I automatically think, okay, so he's already gonna. Once you conquer the boxing world, what's next? You can only have so many belts. Now it's like, what else is a combat sport challenge? So, well, that's cool though. If you just
we'll see what happens after boxing is done. And, we'll see. But like I said, Dana White might offer me something huge one day. So we'll see.
I like that.
On the future, yeah, we'll see what's up.
Hey, Regis, in case you didn't know, you're talking to a UFC veteran. That's Cole Escovedo. He did plenty of work inside the cage. So I try to balance the show out, man. The best of boxing, the best of UFC, and it's all round off due to a combatant sports, man. So when he saw you in the gi, man, he was kind of like, hey, man, let's make this happen, because a lot of people in the UFC want to cross over to boxing, more so that than somebody in boxing want to learn jits. And when I saw you rolling around, I said, look at this dude, man. He just takes life, embraces it, and makes it his.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, you're not okay. If I was representing you, say I was your agent or your manager, I'm not, and I'm not trying to say I am. I don't want your agent all upset. You're chasing crocodiles. You're jumping in the middle of the freaking shark-infested oceans. You're beating people up at Big Five once you put the gloves on. And now you're grappling, my man? I mean, what's next? A motorcycle, parachute, or what are we doing?
You know what? I did that already. I jumped out planes and all that already. I've been doing that. I just never posted it. But just today, I'm going to post a video this week when I jumped out of, the airplane. But,
Damn.
But yeah, for me, it's just all about living life, bro. Like, for me, I do what I want. I like to have fun. I like, it won't be worth it if you don't have fun. You never know. I might, you can die at any moment. I got a lot of people I know that just died, and just wasn't supposed to die that early. So for me, I never know my time. Hopefully, it's not no time soon, but I have my time. But I'm going, have as much fun as possible every single day. I live my life every day, like like it's the last day, basically. Every single day I live it like it's the last day, and that's exactly what I'm gonna keep doing. Nobody's gonna stop me.
For fun, for somebody who has money and fun, he said, I heard him say, jumped out of a plane. California Speedway is down there somewhere, isn't it? Down in like Anaheim or something like that. I was gonna say you might want to check out race car driving.
I did my jump in Texas.
Oh man, they got a race car place down there. You might want to try that.
I went there. You talk about the one in Texas. I went there. But yeah, I did my jump out there, out there, outside of Houston.
Airplane fun. It's jump. They got one up in Lodi too. It's fun.
Hey, Regis, what does your agent say, man? What does your manager say? Does he tell you to slow down, or he just kind of accepted the fact, you know what, this is my client, this is what he does, and this is who he is?
Tell me, people call him and tell him all the time about me, what I'm doing and stuff, and they kind of tell me, look, he know what he's doing, and, even if I tell him stuff, he's not going to do it anyway. Which is true, I was always like this from a child. My mom and dad used to tell me stuff, and I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do what I want, and if it's serving me well, so, and I'm just going, for me, I'm going to keep doing what I want to do all the time, I mean, most of the time, I feel, I do enough, I'm not too reckless. It might look like I'm reckless, but most of the time, I'm careful enough. Like, when I get on dirt bike and stuff, I do it and stuff. Get out. You too. Out of here. Get your bottle.
Keeping it real here on the Fighter's Voice.
Parenting, man, it's a rough challenge.
Hey, parenting, yeah, that's nonstop. Hey, speaking of parenting, I got to give reference to this picture, and we've been posting it during this interview. That's you coming into the ring, and you're all decked out, man. And then you got your son right behind you, man. I mean, that is just an awesome picture right there.
Yeah. It was cool, man. It was a real cool thing. My son look at me like I'm a superhero. My kids really look at me like I'm a superhero. I'm pretty sure everybody, kids look at them like that. They just look up to them. Mine really look at me like damn. Like my daughter even called me like, you Regis Prograis. Like she tell me that, like, you're Regis. Like she said, that's Regis Prograis. Like she see my pictures and stuff. Like that's Regis Prograis. Like I'm your daddy, but yeah, I am Regis.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, yeah. She called you Regis, huh? There's Regis right there.
She called me Regis Prograis. Like Regis Prograis. My son look at me like, oh, that's the Rougarou and stuff, man. So they look at me like the highest to the highest to the highest of the highest.
Yeah, they don't even call you dad. They still look at there's Regis right there. I like that. That's good, man. So I know that already adds to the ammo, the motivation, man. But you seem to just be full of energy, man. Where do you get that energy from? And you said earlier, you made reference that when you were a kid, you've always done some things and you live life on to the fullest, man. Is every day fun for you?
Every day is fun for me. I'm not gonna lie. Every single day is every day is fun for me. Yeah, to be honest, it's just I love it. I love living life. I love doing things. I wake up every day. I never thought my life would be like this, but I literally wake up every. A big whole nice house to my family and stuff, my friends around me, and I do what I want. I go to most of the time every day I go to the gym. I have fun. All the people that's up something that I love to do. I'm very passionate about. You know, I go to the gym and fight and box and stuff, and then after that, I kind of just do what I want to do. You know, just if I want to be with the kids, most of the time with the kids, or just anything that I want to do. That's what I'm gonna do. And if I feel like, all right, I'm bored here, I'll leave and take a trip somewhere and do whatever I want. You know, so I'm just very, very blessed that I can live the life that I'm living. I never that this can happen. I never really dreamed that this type of life can happen for me, but it did, and I'm glad. And I just like I said, every single day. That's just how I am.
Man, it looks like it, man. And you said you may just wake up one day and you just want to go somewhere, man. So if you ever feel the urge to come to Fresno, man, let us know. We'll hang out. We'll bring you on the show, and we'll show you around.
Yeah, you gotta let me know what they got to do out there. Y'all got water runs, y'all got what y'all got to do over there. Y'all got
2 water parks.
You know what? I might come.
Yeah,
It might be a trip.
Hey, we got water parks. We got a studio here. We can record some live stuff of Regis, some commercials, some advertising. We'll take you to some casinos, wherever you want to go. Yeah, we got a couple casinos here, and it'll be worthwhile, man. Whatever your preference is, man. We'll take you to a fight. We can just sit down and watch a fight. There's a lot of MMA going on right here. Well, actually, we'll take you when there is a fight, and make sure you get some VIP table, and it's worthwhile to you and your family. Or if you just want to come down yourself. Now, listen, do it properly. Don't just pass over Fresno and you say, hey, boys, I'm going in, and you jump off a damn parachute and you come down to Fresno.
Yeah.
No.
I got you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be back out there one day.
Okay. Well, yeah, and you know what? We'll help you out, man. And we'll pick you up and, get you out here. Now, you're in L.A. We're going to be doing some broadcasting at actually Robert Garcia's boxing academy, his gym in Riverside. And I'm thinking the next time we're out there, I mean, maybe we can meet up somewhere, man, and have lunch, sit down, or get a little soundbite. Because the fighter's voice, we don't just sit back here. We like to go out there and get the content that nobody is afraid. Well, that everybody's afraid to go do. I mean, nobody around here really wants to leave their comfort zone. And I'm not here to point fingers, but it is what it is. I'm willing to go into your area, sit down, get a little soundbite, and maybe chop it up a little bit.
I got you. Yeah, just let me know when y'all on the way out here, and if I'm here, then we, and the schedule permits it, then we do whatever.
Okay, man. I just can't get enough of that big 5 flurry you threw, man. That body shot with your homie. And see, I like the way when you first started, you put the gloves on. I mean, you just went right at him. Now, when you guys went around that little aisle, he threw that shot, and you weren't even ready for it. It caught you a little bit.
Yeah, he got me a little bit. He tried to sneak me. That was cool, though.
But you got him with that body shot. That's the same body shot that ended the fight. I remember us talking about that.
Yeah, exactly. That's the same body shot I threw on Relic, too. That's dropped him in the first round.
I'm not here to stir stuff up, man, but I'm going to call it the way it is. Rick Merigian has been going off on you on Twitter, Instagram, every chance he gets, and I'm thinking, I don't understand really, but that's just him. I stay out of it. Today, you finally just said, you know what, enough's enough. You really didn't go off, but you let him know what time it is. You let him know I'm here.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what, with me and him, we go back and forth, and I guess it's an ammunition thing. Feel like I mean, for me, it's like I just let him know, who. I feel like I don't even have to do it. I'm ranked number 1 in the world right now. Ramirez is not, and I just feel like I'm better all around the board. I'm just a better fighter. I know I'm getting paid more than him, so it's just like it's no competition at all. But Rick, he still say things, and it never gets under my. It's actually funny to me. It never gets under my skin, nothing like that. But every now and then, if we talk in the gym, and me and my partner talk in the gym, say this, say that, and that's why I actually put the thing today. Somebody was saying something in the gym about some stuff. I was like, go get my phone. Go get my phone. Let me do it right now. Let me talk shit to Rick right now and see how mad he gets, because you can tell he gets pissed off. He fucking writes 3-page paragraph on Instagram, and I don't reply to none of it. I just laugh at everything he puts. For me, it's all jokes and stuff like that. I never feel offended by none of the stuff he says at all. But it's for me, I just laugh at it and just it is what it is. That's how it is.
Well, he does it for the reason that we're talking about it right now. Like that's why he does. Like you got to remember, he's a manager, he's a promoter. Like part of his job is to instigate and try to cause less them to argue and more people to argue on their behalf. Because once people start arguing with each other on social media over, oh, I think Ramirez this, or I think, Regis this and that, they don't even have to talk yet. They've created, exactly. They created the interest. So that's why he's like, it's funny, it's nothing, but like Rick's just doing what he's going to do because that's what we're doing right now is why we're talking about the fight because of that. And that Rick's job is like, job done. So that's all that really matters. So that's why I like that Regis. He's like, I don't take it seriously. It's whatever. He knows that he is ranked one. He's getting paid more.
Stuff, but I started with him first. Most of the time, I start with him on, because I just feel like fucking with him. So I don't start with him and stuff like that. But I know he'll, get his panties in a bunch and stuff, and I start with him. But I know his job. His job is to be a promoter. I never see Ramirez talking and nothing like that. He seems like
exactly.
a real cool dude. He don't say nothing, but Rick does, and I'm gonna clap back. I'm not one of them fighters to where I'm gonna hold my tongue. Like I have ammunition just like he has.
Mm-hmm.
I can, I'm the fighter and I can be the promoter and the manager all at the same time. My manager don't have to jump in. I can jump in. I can go head first myself, and I guarantee you I'll be okay. So he has to. He the one has to take up for Ramirez. He has to put words and he has to be creative and all that stuff for Ramirez. My man don't got to do none of that for me. I do all that stuff all myself. Everything, I do that stuff myself. Nobody tell me what to do or nothing like that. They might say, this, like today we were talking to Jim, that'll piss Rick off, or this will piss him off. I say, go get my phone. I'm about to make all kinds of shit up and say all kinds of shit, which is don't make nothing up. It's always facts, what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it's just, I can go back and forth with him all day, and that's just how it is. Me and him can go back and forth, but I'm the I'm the fighter, the manager, and promoter.
Exactly. You're the one that's ranked number one.
All that stuff together, all rolled in one. I don't need nobody to jump up on me like he does Ramirez. It's like he always got to defend Ramirez. Ain't nobody got to defend me. I'm one man on me. I defend myself. And that's how it is.
Self-promotion is always the best.
He does a great job.
It does. It really does. He's ranked number one. So
I will say this: going back and forth with you and Rick, it's actually entertaining. And I know Rick means fun by it. I can tell because I can tell when he's starting to throw a curveball, not a fastball at your head. He's throwing that curveball to offset you, and it's very entertaining. It really is. And you're taking it in strides. You're taking it like a true champion because other people are weak-minded mentally and they take it personal and start dropping F-bombs and just start going off. And you take it with stride. You take it like a sparring match.
Yeah, because listen, when I came out there. Every time, people say all this stuff online, you get in front of their face and it's none of that stuff. It's nothing real. It's no real beat to what, it's none of that stuff. It's just all play. When I went to Scotland over the weekend, man, the Scottish fans knew me more than the people here knew me. They all wanted to take pictures with me. Even I got in the lobby and the dude was like, he was so cool, he wanted to take a picture. He was like, when you stood up on the chair, I don't know if y'all saw when I stood up on the chair, they showed me on the fight, they booed me. He was like, I booed you, but I still want to take a picture with you, so that's just how it is, it's no hard feelings or nothing like that. It is what it is, it's not nothing, no real hatred and nothing like that, especially to me, not at this point in my career. Now, one day it might like people really don't like Floyd and stuff. They don't even know him, but they don't like him, which don't make no sense. But, when I came out there to Fresno, all the people, I saw certain people that I looked at their profile online, they was talking shit to me, and the same people was like, they was giving me my credit. They, of course, they're not gonna tell me I could be Ramirez, but they're like, you're a real good fighter, and I respect you, all that type of stuff. So anything it is.
Well, there's that reverence too. You said it best, the respect of a fighter, especially now when you see him in person. He's just not posting anything. He's living and breathing, and he's within reach of you, so you need to get your stuff straight, especially if you know your boundaries and have some respect at the same time, and they appreciate you being a world-class fighter and now a champion.
Exactly, so, none of that is real. It's just, we all fight. We fighters and all that stuff. So, when we got there, Rick showed us that but love. He was a whole different person. In person, he was just way different. He gave us the best tickets. We had the best tickets in the house. We was in the front row, almost inside the thing. We was in front of his family and all that type of stuff. And, he showed So he say all that, and that's just it. It's just part of the job, I guess, part of the business. So he said
part of the promotion.
I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna go back and forth with him.
No, exactly. If he's gonna do something, he's not gonna go half-ass. He's gonna bring out everything that he can. Okay, that's a lot better. Turn that hiss down on that mic. He's gonna go all off and completely, and he'll surprise you, man. He surprised me numerous times, and then I'll get surprised again. I'll get love from him, and then I'll keep it real. Then I'll get the cold shoulder. So that's just him, But I'm thinking to myself, when I get the cold shoulder, maybe he's just locked into work or something. So I don't take it personal. Back in the day, I guess I would, but I really don't take it personal. And knowing that he gave you VIP all the way around, that shows reverence and respect. And Fresno fans, I literally noticed when they saw you, they got off their seat and they ran to where you were. I saw that. So that was a no-brainer. I was sitting with the press in the middle of, I was actually talking to Lee Samuels from Top Rank, so I didn't want to say, excuse me, Lee, and just go over where you were. But I did see you. I saw you walking in. I saw you standing there. You brought your presence in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's, like I said, it's all good. All that, it's cool with me. But me and Rick, we going to go back and forth. But, me and him, I don't think it's going to ever stop until I fight Ramirez and kick his ass. And then after that, he probably still could be saying something that, it was a bad night, or he slipped, or, some shit like that. He hurt his hand or something like that, or it was a flash, knockout, or whatever. He'll be saying something. But I think me and him going to be, we going to be going back and forth for a while, but only when I feel like it. Most of the time I'll put something and then I don't even look at my phone no more. So that's how it is.
That's probably the best thing to do. Right now, we got a picture up of you and your whole team, man, and I want to ask you about that. Talk to us about Team Regis, man.
I mean, we call it the Wolf Pack,
The Wolf Pack.
My team is just, Wolf Pack, so I mean, I got a hell of a team, just like Floyd said, you just as strong as your weakest link. So, I got a real strong team. Everybody around me, I understand that I'm the machine, and everybody. My coach, my strength and conditioning coach, Evan, he put it like I'm like the race car, and everybody has a job. Once you at the pit stop, everybody has a job. So you got the driver, you got the people that change the tires, you got the people that change this, that change that. Do all this. My team is, So I mean, I got a great team around me and a good support system. And
now, is that the same trainer you've had since the amateurs in management? I don't mean to ask personal questions, but these questions are coming in. I just got a question from a Bill Coddington. He said, ask him if that's the same team he had since day one. So I'm assuming since you're the amateurs.
I mean, day one meaning not since. I mean, it depends on which day one you're talking about.
Right.
Day one since I started in New Orleans. No, since I started in the amateurs. No, since I started in the pros. No. I started working with my trainer Bobby Benton at like I'm thinking my 7th pro fight.
Okay.
And signed with my management team. With them about a year ago.
Here's a question from Carol, the cut woman, because she works the corners. She's asking, first of all, she says your son's cute. Will you support him if he chooses the sport of boxing and decides to box and follows dad's footsteps?
I mean, you know what? You have to. I support him with whatever. But I want him to box. No, I don't think so. I wouldn't want none of my kids to fight. Especially boxing. But I think my son, he'll most likely. I think if he want to fight, he'll do MMA. Like he likes to grab and choke and and punch and kick and stuff. So if he wants to do a fight, it'll probably be MMA. But I wouldn't want none of my kids to do it. I don't think he has it born. You have to be born from a certain background to me, and I'm born from that background. I just don't think he's not. Like you should see the house I live in. The things they have. My kids are rich. I really have rich kids. I never grew up like that, so that's why I have hunger, and that's why I love the sport like I do. It's like that was something that I love to do, and for them, they don't have to make money to fight. For me, it was only, if I wanted to get rich, if I wanted to have the things I have now, I had to do, had to play sport, and boxing was it for me. For them, they don't have to do that. I got rich kids already, so no, I would support them, of course, whatever he wants to do, I support him in it, but I definitely wouldn't advise him to box.
Okay.
Wouldn't encourage it.
Yeah.
Yeah, support it, but wouldn't encourage it. That's an easy way.
There you go. There you go. There's also another invite. It says, if you come down to Fresno, make sure you stop by Selma. There's a boxing gym called Robert Garcia's Boxing Academy, Al Perez Jr. And he said he'll provide the hospitality. And Selma's like maybe 40 minutes away from Fresno. So if you come to Fresno, man, you've already been invited to a gym.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
And one other question. It's from Caleb Bertoncini. He said, where can I find a Regis hat and some gear, some shirts?
www.regis.com.
Okay. Can you say that one more time? It was kind of breaking up.
It's www.regisprograde.com.
Oh, okay. Okay, there you are. I guess you could take your pick, my man. So when's the date? Tell all the viewers and the fans that when they could expect you inside the ring.
I can't tell them because I don't know. I don't know yet. I really can't tell you. Maybe September, October, but yeah, we don't know yet. I don't know no date yet.
So what else besides the sport of boxing, man? I mean, you ever thought about acting, commentating, or, because I'm going to be honest with you, when you kept putting those videos out of just doing, of living life, people were expecting more and more, from jumping in the pool, trying to catch an alligator, to, that episode in Big Five, to just living life. People are expecting those videos now. Is that something you want to continue to do and maybe post some of your life of having fun?
Yeah, most likely. I'm just gonna have fun for the rest of my life anyway. So yeah, that's what I do. I'm maybe acting. I don't know. I really don't know. I can't even say what I'm doing. I can't think past boxing right now. For me, it's all boxing. I love the sport. So as far as anything, I can retire right now and be good for the rest of my life. Financial wise. But for me, I just love it. I just love it. I love the sport, and I just want to box. That's all I really want to do. Just like I said, I just live my life and box and fight, and that I really want to do anyway. So, but yeah, I just keep posting videos of me just doing crazy shit and stupid shit or whatever, or fun shit, whatever it is. The people's opinion of it is, that's what it'll be. So yeah, that's all. I just keep having fun. That's it.
Like a month from now, you're going to see Regis doing like Bear Briefs paintball or something, because that shit'll just hurt. That'll be like how he gets his adrenaline rush.
Do you play paintball? Do you do all that stuff, Regis?
Yeah, I got a nice gun too. Yep.
See, there you go, paintball.
You can't film it and stuff though, so that's why you wouldn't see it. But
Shit.
somebody else would have to record it.
Just put a GoPro. Put one of them GoPro helmets on. Put a GoPro on your gun barrel. That'd be interesting paintball day. There
you go, man. There you go. What haven't you done that you're thinking to yourself, okay, I want to, but I'm not too sure yet? What's on the line, on the verge that you're thinking about, but you're just not too sure yet? And I'm talking about like recreation, man, stuff like you just always do that you've done. I mean, you jumped out of a plane. I mean, maybe do you want to drive a plane? I mean, what's next for Regis?
I definitely want to drive a plane, but I don't think I got time to take a license yet, get a license. But I definitely want to drive a plane one day. Something I really want to do is like spearfishing. That's like something I really, really want to do. Like go under the water and be able to hold my breath underwater for like 5 minutes and catch
James
fish. That's
Bond.
something that I really want to do. And I most likely I'll be doing it, in a couple of days. Cause I'm here in LA now, so they got all that stuff over here. So I'll be probably doing that type of stuff over here. But I don't know, man. For me, it's just when I wake up, whatever I feel like doing, I go to the gym and then I think about, let me see. After the gym, I think about, all right, what the fuck can I do today? Okay, let's do this, or let's do that, or let's do this, and and that's kind of what I do. Whatever, like I said, whatever I want, I'm gonna do whatever I want every single day.
Sounds rough,
man. I mean, the man puts his life at risk in the ring all the time.
It's got to be worth the paycheck.
It's ends are coming in. I want to talk about those $1,500 shoes, man. What made you? I mean, when you picked them up and you looked at them, what made you pay for them? Once you tried them on, or you already knew right off the bat, I love the style. These are mine.
I like them. I like them. They call chain reactions, Versace chain reactions. I like them. That's all. I got a couple of pair of them actually. But I just wanted them. That's all. I just like them. That's all.
Hey, do you got any size 11 and a half floating around anywhere?
Nah, I don't even wear that size.
And you said you're a very humble person. You never really go out shopping. And one day you just came back with some bags, man. Talk to us about that shopping spree.
No, well, that's from my wife, to be honest.
Oh, okay,
She's
okay.
a big shopper. Yeah, she's the big shopper, not me. I don't worry about nothing. To be honest, I'm really not in the fashion, like talking about it. I'm not, I know now I'm a public figure, so I have to be on my P's and Q's when I step out. But for the most part, I'm not really a big time, fashion person, nothing like that. But my wife is. She's into all the expensive shit. So most of the time, I get all the stuff for her. I make everybody else happy. I'm happy. Like I said, I'm happy just living life. I'm high up life. I wake up and breathe every day. I fucking look outside and I'm good. And I go do what I want, go to the gym, and I'm good. So
with all
everybody else, I got other people around me and stuff. Like my wife and my mom, and I rather just spoil them instead of getting all kinds of shit from me. Of course, I spoil myself, but for me, I don't need material things. That's not what makes me happy.
With all your free time, you said you always got this free time. Do you ever sit down and look at the business aspects of the sport, look at where it is now versus what it was like 10 years ago when you started out, kind of things? Like, do you look at the changes? Do you ever consider getting your dollars and investing it back into boxing as far as like a business approach anymore? Or do you just want to wait until you're completely done fighting before you look at that aspect?
I mean, I'm not going to wait till I'm completely done, but as far as right now, I'm just not worried about, that type of stuff. For me, I just want to worry about fighting. That's all. I mean, I just love the sport. Like I said, I enjoy it. I enjoy doing it. And, that's it. I wake up and do something I love to do every day. And that's kind of only what I focus on.
It's not work at that point.
No, not at all.
No,
not at all.
Not work at all.
Not at all, man. But you know what, man? I will say this. Every time that we spoke, every time we communicated, man, I mean, you've been down to earth. So when you get all 4 of those belts, I want you to continue to be down to earth, man. Make time for the fighter's voice, because we'll always make time for you. I got to send you some gear, man, a shirt and a hat so you can represent, man. So next time you do one of those little stunts or skits, man, you can rock the fighter's voice gear, man. The fighter's voice, the only voice, Regis, the only voice out there.
I got you, man. Yeah, you got to send me something.
I will, man. And you know what? Appreciate you taking time of your busy schedule, your loving life, spending money on your wife. And if you go deep sea fishing, you're going to need a knife. So make sure you got your stuff together, my man.
For like a whole second to go. Fuck rhymes with life and wife. Knife.
Yes. Regis, what do you got to say right now to all the friends, family, and followers here in Fresno, California that started hating you, now respect you, and now love you?
Yeah, man. Thank y'all for following me or whatever. And, I might be out there. I might be out there. You never know. I might come out there and fight y'all fight. I fight Ramirez out there. You never know. We'll see. And whoop Rick's ass too. Whoop Rick and whoop Ramirez in the same night. So,
there you go, man.
We'll see.
Man, I like you, man. You're full of confidence, man. How can they follow you? How can the fans follow you, man? What's your IG or what's your Instagram?
My IG is at Regis Prograis. My Twitter is at Aura Prograis, and my Facebook is Regis Prograis Boxing. Regis Prograis Boxing, and that's it.
Hey, right on, my man. Hey, man. Hey, here at the Fighter's Voice, we appreciate you, man. I got nothing but love for you. I respect you, man. And you know what? I'm gonna go on your website, man. I'm gonna order me some gear, man. I'm gonna rock the shirt and the hat. I'm not gonna be one of those that just I interview a fighter and I'm not gonna support him, man. I'm gonna watch you, support you, and then if that day comes that the man across the ring is Jose Ramirez, then we can sit down, we'll talk, we'll analyze, we'll have some fun, and I'm expecting a very exciting, intriguing fight. But both you and Ramirez have a business they need to take care of in front of them, and I truly believe that your paths are going to cross.
Yeah, of course. It definitely, hopefully it will, and it happens. We'll see.
Cole, anything from my man before he steps out?
All I would say is I would highly suggest NASCAR racing. If you're looking for a fun activity to spend your 7-figure money on, I would say race car driving. It'll give you a good rush.
All right, that's a bet. I'm gonna look into that then.
California Speedway. It's, I think it's called like the Richard Petty Experience or something.
Got it.
All my man. I'm gonna let you go. Appreciate that. I'll keep in contact with you. This link I'm gonna probably send to you probably sometime tomorrow, man, and then we'll chop it off then, man. Chop it up, and I'll get you that gear.
All right, man.
All right. Always a pleasure, class act. Hey, have a good evening, Regis. Thank you.
All right,
bye. Man, nice guy.
Yeah, super nice. I like that he just has all this free time and to just do what he wants. It does. I get what he says about his kids and the pedigree upbringing.
Yeah.
Like, because a lot of people be like, well, yeah, but if you had good pedigree, they have good pedigree because they're your son. And I'm like, well, yeah, but you have to remember he realizes that the upbringing, the nurturing and environment, or the direct
that
variable.
mental preparation leading up to
drive,
it.
sacrifice, suffering, all this kind of stuff. Whereas I'm not saying he doesn't teach values to his kids, but he realizes as a parent, he's like, dude, they got it on fucking easy street. And he realizes that. And that's actually really good.
I mean, this may sound wrong, but there has to be a form of, I'm not sure if this is the word for it, suffering. When I say that, suffering, not having the shoes, not having the meals, not having the cars, not having the trips that other kids take, and it makes you hungry for it because you've never had it.
Yeah.
When other people take it for granted.
It's a hard line of, I'm not giving it to you because I want you to be driven in life. I want you to want things in life versus, well, you have the money. Why are you making me suffer?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's that weird line of like,
yeah.
when your kid gets good grades and stuff, but you're like, I got to find a way to teach them suffering. Like, they need to understand what it's like to not be able to have something you want and what you got to push yourself to get it. And that's hard in this day and age.
Marvin Hagler said it best. It's hard to get up to go running in the morning when you have satin sheets.
Yeah. You know, and I sleep on a couch, bro, and I'd still be like, man, this is so comfy. Because I got a really soft blanket, and it's warm when it's cold out. It's warm. Oh,
well, there's always that one blanket, man. There's always that one blanket or that one.
I spent my time running.
And spent, they call that one savana, that sheet, man.
Dude, no. Speaking of sleep, though, dude.
I said sheet.
Oh,
well, sleep too.
Sleep too. Well, I was
Same
thinking of
thing.
the bed and the
sheet
couch.
leads to the sleep.
We were thinking of the satin sheets.
Yeah, thinking of the bed.
Dude, speaking of sleeping, dude, did you see Sage's X-ray? Did you see the X-ray of it?
Yes. They showed it. It looked like
it looked like somebody hit him with a fucking pipe.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's not even right. Yeah, exactly.
That was
a man's hand.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It was a really strong dude. It was a kickboxer. It was the right hit, the right pivot, I mean, he just pow. It's almost
That
like
one
Sage
shot.
went out there and said, I'm going to drop my hands, just fucking clap me.
And lean in with my chin.
Yeah, everything was perfect
Timed.
for his opponent. And he just walked right into it. Everything was set. But dude, and plus it was unexpected. I don't even think Sage expected, but man, he just kept backing up. And the second he touched that rope, that guy was like, good night. Boom. Not the greatest debut for Sage. I think they invested a lot of dollars into him, and I don't
have a concern with a matchmaker right there.
At
least for the first one, man.
See, now I would think the same
part.
thing is like, you think you'd want him to win his first fight, not send him against like a kickboxing monster. Like the guy's a badass
or
as far as
someone that
kickboxing
possesses
goes.
power that can just in your night. And
I mean, somebody showy, somebody that's flashy.
Oh
but
my
yeah,
God,
dude,
there it is
look,
there.
right, dude, for a fucking second, I thought that was Crazy Horse Bennett when I first saw who he fought. I just saw the clip, and I was like, did fucking Crazy Horse drop Sage? But then I realized it wasn't him. But when I found out who it was, I was like, dude, that's a dangerous fucking guy for your first fighting overseas, your first time. It's different. Just look, bro, his face. I mean, he looks like a Shriner, I guess. I don't know.
He's taking it in stride.
Of course he is.
But how else can you take it?
He's a professional.
Yeah,
he's always been a professional. Sage has never used excuses. He's had his hardships. There was, people that were just like, your dad's mishandling your career, this and that. There was tension and friction there. We all moved past that. But I saw Faber talking about, I don't know if it was injuries or something in the camp that Sage has yet to really talk about on his own, which is, good for him.
Yeah.
But I've seen some clip of Faber talk about, wow, we were kind of against him taking this fight. We didn't think it was the smartest thing. And now that I've seen the end result, I can see exactly what they're talking about because they knew who he was fighting.
Yeah.
They're like, dude, Sage, your karate shit does not match up well against a solid kickboxing striker.
But he took it. He took it. He knew what he was getting into. I'm sure he didn't just take it and say, okay, I don't know who this guy is.
Well, there's lots of reasons he might have taken it. The money was probably
is that
right.
coming up right now?
There's money. There's
is that a video game?
Self-pride. What?
Hey, are you on a video game? Any of the video games?
Fuck no.
You're not?
Fuck no.
Joe Soto made some video games though. He's on
Hell
some.
yeah, he did. Good for Soto too. He deserves
there
it.
it is
But right
there.
there, yeah, it was.
Boom.
But he kept circling to his left, and just walked.
Man, dude.
Look at how fast that fucking guy is, dude. Look at hands down,
And what if that
circling,
right?
done.
And he missed that other right hand.
So like that, dude, his face is already swelling. I think there was so after seeing the Faber clip,
The mad KP was bringing up that content right off, freestyling that. I'm loving that.
KP's
he's on
had
it.
that on like a file on slide. He's like, just say it, say something, just say it.
He's saying, say it.
But no, I just think after watching the Faber videos,
They're all on steroids.
No, they just think it was probably the bad fight to take. Like I watched him say it was like, probably wasn't the smartest idea, probably was a bad fight. There were some camp issues. So to see all that, it almost tells me that, that was probably a fight that Sage probably should have at some point in his career I'm going to cite injury issues. This is just I'm in a bad camp.
How long do you think he's going to be out for?
Oh, he going to be out for a while. We ain't going to see Sage until like next year. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You could shoot HGH into his face.
You still got to get cleared, my man.
Bro, that was like 30 different spots that it was broken.
Yeah.
Like his shit shattered like an egg.
He was literally like in a car wreck.
Yeah. No, dude, like somebody hit him with a pipe. Like,
Yeah.
hit him with something. I've had my orbital floor crushed and restructured, and that took me out for like a minimum of like 8 months before I could like do anything. And even then, it's because it's a sensitive area.
Yeah.
You're gonna get punched there a lot. It needs to be healed. So that's from here on out. As bad as that was, I would have my serious doubts as to the longevity of Sage's career, just because that was such a massive skull damaging that your infrastructure is now fucked. You're going to get hit with hooks a lot. He clearly leaves his left down, so he's going to be susceptible to a lot of overhand rights.
It may be time for him to pick up the mic.
I'm just saying, as Sage was a talented karate fighter, he had the look, he was at the right time. But I honestly think this might be unfortunately a real painful.
That can be a career-ending.
That is a
knockout.
career-ending knockout. With the amount of damage that he took, it's not that the guy ended his career. It's that the damage he took now puts you into very, very questionable water.
Yeah.
The next time you take a massive blow there, which you're right-handed, you're fucking taking everything to your lead left now. The next overhand right that lands on you.
Yeah.
Dude, you're probably losing that eye, bro. Like, no joke. Like, you're going to suffer probably retinal damage because you've already got something the amount of damage
Or even if he fights a lefty, that big left hand coming right at him.
Either way, he's so just, this is a bad spot now. It's like a weak shoulder that pops out on its own every now and then. It's just fucked. It's shot. But the thing is, the fact that he walked away without any retinal damage, dude.
Yeah.
That's just all crushed. This whole section is done. So if he takes a knee, a kick, a punch.
Knocked out and blessed at the same time.
Yeah, and like I said, this might be a real look. Dude, just look at all that. Look at all on the top left eyebrow. It's done. The whole structure right there on the left eye socket.
That's your bone
that's
right there.
Done.
Dude.
That's done. Like, I think Sage was a really good athlete, really talented, great at karate, but I'm telling you, I've seen stuff like that. Like,
Well, you're probably going to see some stuff like this on this bare knuckle stuff.
You're going to see a lot of that on that bare knuckle shit. You're going to see a lot more of that because you've got not enough padding in between the contact point and the swing of the pivot. But to see that much structural damage,
man,
it's like, even here when I had this, my plastic surgeon is like, you need to be careful. Like, that's always going to be your weak spot on your face, which I lucked out. I never had any problems with it. But to have that much structural damage, dude, that's like taking a sledgehammer to a support beam, knocking it out, and then putting a broom there and going, yeah, that'll work. The first time somebody bumps into it, it's going to go. So honestly, dude, I think Sage was in the right place at the right time. He's talented. He's gifted. I think they're going to love him over there in Asia. I think I think he has a great opportunity to kind of like what Josh Thompson did. Josh Thompson got really big in Asian market movies, and he's been doing films that, so it's like, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? He's got the look and everything. I mean, he's got the look. You can make him like a Johnny fucking Cage from a Mortal Kombat movie. So the thing is, though, this is going to be an example of it's time to just be realistic here. Like, he could probably keep going if he wants. But man, dude, I would be super gun shy if I were him, just because the next time you take something, it's going to be a bad break again because there's not going to be enough support there, and it's just going to crush, and you're probably going to lose that eye.
He may be making a decision soon.
I hope he's at the very least. I hope he's at least having that conversation.
Oh yeah,
with his coach, and it doesn't have to be with his family, but at the very least, he needs to have that conversation with his coach,
well, his doctor, everybody.
And his doctor. And well, doctors are always going to be like, no, don't fucking do it, you'll die. But at the very least, he needs to have a conversation with his coach and his immediate teammates, and say, hey, here's what does everyone think, and they're probably going to support him in this and that. But after seeing favor of him, a couple of them might be like, bro, you might want to just be done.
I can't say that was the hardest right hand.
That was one of the fucking hardest right hands I've seen.
Deontay Wilder. Knockout, first round. That right hand, you actually posted that. I was like, "Oh, get on down."
Yeah,
that was a right hand
sick,
from hell.
Dude. That was sick.
And people are now asking. They're taking polls. Is he in the top 10 as far as heavyweights of all time with that power? I believe so. Now, here's the thing: is do people? There's a problem. I've seen too many people in rankings and stuff give ranking opinions. And by the way, I'm totally uneducated when it comes to boxing ranking, guys. I don't know anything, so take it with a grain of salt. But rankings in general, people tend to only rank you based on your last fight, not a series of fights. So you kind of get an inflated sense of, he just knocked that last dude out. But then you look at his last like 2 or 3, and 2 of the 3 were a decision, and one of them was like a sloppy late round TKO, and you're like, okay, well, maybe hold on a sec. So now you got to really look at the whole curve. There's a learning curve to it. There's a ranking curve, and it's just kind of getting ignored entirely these days. He has that modern day power. I mean, for right now. But we're talking about the greats. I mean, you want to talk about, oh my gosh, of course you're going to say Tyson, but I'm talking about George Foreman.
The technicians, the guys that were big, but they're strong, but they had a science to it. Like Tyson science was just, I'm going to fucking hit you as hard as I can.
And a lot of people, and I'm probably going to get a lot of grief, a lot of people do not give this man credit for his punching power, and I'm talking about pound for pound, and I'm talking about Jack Dempsey. That man had a there you go. Boom. Oh my gosh.
Good night.
You see the skin held his neck up.
Now, okay. Do you see, I already immediately, 5 fucking seconds in, I see so many technical errors here.
Oh, man.
Well,
the guy's dropping his hands.
So, but do you see what he's doing? He's coming overhand right. He's just dropping his left.
Oh, gosh, dang.
It's just, there's a lot of things that he's not doing wrong.
I made a statement that Wilder, when he lets that right hand go, he fully commits all the way down to his freaking toes.
Probably commits to his soul. But at the same time, you've got a guy that knows that Wilder's strength is that he lets you come with it, slips it, and he knows your left hand is not there.
Okay, that was the other argument that I was getting. Okay, well, Wilder didn't fight anybody. Well, then he did exactly what he's supposed to do against a nobody, if you want to say that or that choice of words, because people were going back and forth. So they even asked me, where do you see him in the most power of all time? And I don't have him ranked in the all-time greats. I just don't, because I'm talking about a well-balanced fighter.
Today's rankings.
Today's rankings, he's up there.
Yeah,
he's number 1 as a heavyweight. Number 1 as a heavyweight right now. There's no heavyweight right now in this business that has more power than Wilder. And now people are going to say Joshua and what have you, and they can say that all they want.
Okay, now you're basing it on power, though. I could find some juiced up steroid rock climber guy, and he'd be the most powerful puncher in boxing.
Ernie Shavers was the name I was looking for back in the day. Ernie Shavers, that man, I mean, possesses power.
But if he just possesses power, what happens when he misses with that power? You got to get a guy that's got that. It's a lot more balanced. He's got that power, but if everything he swings for, he's swinging with his soul. Sure, but if he misses...
Well, I will say this. He doesn't have the best balance as a heavyweight. He doesn't. Okay. He never did. But Lennox Lewis didn't have the best balance either. Lennox Lewis had like size 18 feet. And no, he was just all balanced.
He was tall as shit, too.
Yeah, but the man had leverage, that right hand. He always had a good right hand. But
because he was always punching down.
Emmanuel Stewart perfected that right hand off the jab. Lewis really didn't have a jab back in the day. To kind of paw a little bit. Then he learned the jab thanks to the late, great Emmanuel Stewart.
Yeah, he got him broken to that point.
Absolutely. It's always fun to work with somebody when they're an athlete. So
true.
You can do a lot of
things. I have tons of conditioning guys that would put me through psycho ringers of conditioning and stuff. I'm like, why are you doing this? They're like, I don't know. I've never worked with a fighter before.
Absolutely. And you know what? I'm sure you get this a lot too. These are the most questions I get. Well, how would he do against Lennox Lewis? Well, in what? Chess? PlayStation? In different eras. You can say Lewis all day, or you can say
the only way
Joshua
to really
all day.
See that you'd have to take a simulation running algorithm that would be able to differentiate decades and just look at stats and just look at boxing stats of punches thrown, punches landed, TKOs,
Lewis was a big heavyweight. He wasn't the greatest heavyweight.
But it'd be fun to see that.
Yeah,
like, to see that
absolutely.
simulation. Like, to you'd be able to
Absolutely.
add, there's got to be a software out there. Like, they do it sometimes with
But Lewis can
EA
get you out of there,
Sports.
too. His right hand is underrated. He can get you out of there.
Now, see, that's where the variables would come in. You
Yeah.
have to have those guys sit down with, like, your Freddie Roaches, your
Yeah.
Garcias, and your coaches, and your De La Hoyas and stuff. And they'd have to
Mm-hmm.
sit there and go, okay, what did you guys prepare for when you fought him? Well, we knew he was really weak this. Okay, well, the variable numbers don't tell us that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have to incorporate that into the algorithm.
Yeah.
So that'd be hard. But, I mean, it's
You'd have to hit up
it's doable.
some former trainers or some to this day that'll take it with them
Something.
and not let it loose.
Something. That way there's a more realistic
I'll
aspect to
take
it.
for example, I asked Freddie Roach right after the Jose Ramirez fight. And Freddie Roach said, I said if we box him, we have a chance of beating this guy. He said, but if we fight him, there's no way we're going to win.
See, yeah, that's...
And
yeah.
he took the higher ground because he knew Jose Ramirez and what he brings to the table. He took the higher ground where he was a class act.
Safe
spoke
answer.
highly of, well, exactly. You always keep that door open. But Freddie's Freddie, though. He's a genius. He knows what he's doing. Mm-hmm. But that was a right hand from hell.
Oh God, dude, he took that guy's soul with him. That's just Facebook doesn't like me.
Oh, now are they shutting you down?
Yeah, it said something about when I posted our video. It
Yeah.
said CBS says you can't do that.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What are you trying to post?
I don't know. I was just trying to post our page.
You know,
our link page.
lately
It says-
these they don't even give you warnings. They'll just shut you down for
yeah,
a
it
couple
says
months.
your video has been blocked because it may contain music, audio, or video that belongs to. Oh, okay. No, I see what that means. I see why. I know exactly why. Because probably some of the footage we showed.
Oh,
I bet
is that
you
what we
that's
did?
probably why. Yeah, it probably some of the highlights we showed while we were discussing things. That's probably what it is. I
Oh, we
guarantee
got
you
their
that's-
attention. Oh, yes, we did.
It's 100%.
Hey, yeah. Okay, we'll be careful because I don't want to get shut
that's
down.
100% what that is.
No,
Because we probably
exactly.
shared highlights while we discussed
Yes,
what
we
we were
did.
looking at.
We did.
That-
KP.
That's what
Well,
it
I'll
is.
blame KP, but we don't want to get shut down.
No, but it says. I mean,
No, you got those copyright things too.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
They will shut you down without warning.
But man, it's hard to contextually discuss dialogue without having that stuff. It's like,
Well, I mean, there's some stills or something.
yeah, I guess. I
Or
mean,
hey, we'll give you video credit.
but come on, CBS. Relax.
Hey, but what I do like
We're
is
not Fox.
he has 100% content on those other films. But that's
Yeah,
the next
no,
show.
but I'd like that.
That's the next show.
Somebody, how would you like to have that job? It's not even a job. It's got to be an automated computer system that just flags if there's an address on every
No.
video. It's got a digital address. I'm
I
telling
think
you,
there's some sharp people out there. that
every
can do that.
video has a digital address or a digital
that
ID.
came up within moments.
Well, yeah, because the internet. Because the second that digital address pings on the
Ooh.
internet,
Ooh, wait, hold on a second.
he's like, "Oh, I just got an email."
Damon. Regis beats Ramirez with ease, no contest. Ooh, get on, Damon. I'm not
Yeah.
going to put last name out there, no.
No, okay. But anytime that signature pings somewhere on the internet, CBS probably has a computer system that sends out a stop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's not somebody. There's just an automated system that's just like, nope, you're not on the list.
Oh, Timothy Roche said what's up because he's from New Orleans. I don't mean to interrupt you, but no.
Yeah,
but,
no, that's what I was gonna say, too.
But that
Regis
has
is
to
from New
have
Orleans.
it has to have that
That's
out
the
there.
only way it happens that fast, because the second it went out there.
First time we got flagged, man.
Facebook said, stop it.
Man.
No, I did. I shared our video, and that's how it got pinged.
I know.
Sorry.
I want to make sure you got a Fighter's Voice shirt on, KP. I mean, do you have that other outlet on? Trying to get
Man.
us flagged? It's all good. It's all good to have fun.
So-
Speaking of having fun, I want to touch on some subjects. There's been some times that I've had a reaction and I shouldn't have had it.
Uh-oh.
I can't take it back. I got to own it.
What
But
did you do?
no. It's just I'm going to take it with stride, and I guess that just comes with asking yourself, was that outburst really necessary in giving them props? You know, it was. You know, I acknowledge that certain things happen, and in this sport, it's an ugly chicken shit sport. It really is. It spars with other promotions, other outlets, and stuff. But in the position that I'm in, that we're in, I'm just going to take it with stride. And you've helped me too, because you said off camera, Richard, don't even worry about that freaking stuff. So it was an exciting weekend, exciting week. It really was. And hey, more power to everybody. And anybody that wants to put an outlet together, man, it's not easy. So the minute they put the camera on, I give them mad props, man. I really do. I do. So I just had to say that.
I mean, competition breeds competition. Competition breeds progression. So
It's not even competition. It's just their how can I say it? Their statement.
yeah.
Or what they want to say or what they want to think. You can't change that.
You're no, God,
Yeah.
no. You're,
no, you
that's
can't change that.
You have a better chance of moving water like Moses than changing somebody's opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
I could move water way easier. I turn water into wine way easier.
And you know what? I have a bone to pick with Nate. He was supposed to be here. No contact, no nothing.
Oh, Ren?
Yeah. So I just go off the list. And serious, I get calls all the time about wanting to be on the show. And my thing that I ask him, Cole, is what's the story? What's the story? When's the fight? Is there something we got to talk about? And if you just want to get in front of a camera, I'll send KP down there, and he can make that happen.
I haven't seen anything from that guy in a couple of days, actually.
No, he's been everywhere, though.
Well, he was. The last thing I saw was Monday. He was some post-fight food. He's going to break his habit of not smiling.
Oh, did you see that picture? I got it. With him smiling?
No.
I had it because I wanted KP to blast it when he gets here in the show. Dude, he is freaking smiling.
Well, how'd you get him to smile?
No, somebody did. So I screenshot it, and then he deleted it. And I asked him about that. He said, there he is.
Never smiles.
No, he don't.
Smiles. But he's been working heavy lately, though. Like, I've seen him working out. He's been checking in a lot.
He's putting in work, man. I give him respect when it comes to that part. I mean, he puts in work. He doesn't want anything given to him.
But no smile.
And,
no smiling policy.
No, he doesn't smile.
That's like a hooker's no kissing policy. Like, seriously, right? He's like, no, I don't smile for pictures. That. It's like, I don't kiss. It's like, that costs extra. Okay.
Oh, okay. Do I send it on your private right now, KP?
Do you find a picture of him smiling?
Yeah, I'm going to send KP right now.
Oh, man. He's going to be, I don't know if we have a right to, do we want to put his up there?
He's a good sport, man. I just sent it to you right now. See, but this picture, I'll have fun with it when it comes on, and then we could explain probably why he's smiling.
I can't wait to see this one.
Yeah. No, but in 2 weeks we have Carol, the cut woman. She's going to be on the show, and you know what? She gave us mad props, and she said, "Thank you so much, thank you so much." But I almost didn't want to say you're welcome because that's what we do. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
that's what we do. We share news and we do it all exactly. Next week I'm trying to fit in the Avalos brothers. I want Landshark in here and Chris. We haven't heard from them in a while.
They both had a couple fights.
Exactly. Nell's got a story to tell. Do you have that picture? There he is.
Dude, shut the fuck up.
That's him. But see, here's the scary part. It's only the waist up. I mean, come on. I mean, I'm just reading the note that you just sent me right now. Nate, my man. I'm happy for you, Nate. I'm happy for you. So never say never, Nate. But you know what he did say? He said, Richard, smiling's overrated. That's what he said.
I get smiling's overrated. I can get why. I can get behind his sentiment because so many people throw around so many fucking fake smiles these days that I can get around it.
I mean.
But you got to remember, it's okay to smile when it's genuine.
It is.
If it's genuine, smile. You're sharing happiness with people. When you look at somebody who's smiling, you generally tend to smile too because they don't know what the fuck you're smiling about, but they're like, dude, that looks happy. It's contagious. So
it can be.
I mean, I'm telling you, if more people went out of their way to just contaminate other people with smiles and happiness.
Yeah. We got a warning, but I didn't pay attention, so it's okay. Yeah, yeah. No, our dude, Rao.
Oh,
he told me ahead of time. Yeah, you can. Yeah. Rao, you're the best of the business, bro. You need to. Okay, when are you leaving Stockton and getting back here to Fresno, California?
Dude, I see him post some of the most just.
Rao?
Yeah, dude.
I mean, all he's posting is combate stuff.
I get the combate stuff, but every once in a while he slips in a selfie in there.
Oh,
dude.
Okay. And he did say a certain someone hated on our podcast. Hey, man.
If you don't have people hating on your shit, you're not doing it well at all.
Well, what did TL say? If you don't want me to celebrate, keep me out of the end zone.
Yeah, and that's what I never got too. Like, you're putting people on an entertainment platform and you're getting mad when they entertain.
Your name was brought up, and there it is.
Yeah.
On a platform.
Yeah.
You don't get to bring your name up whenever you want to. You're a public figure.
True.
You proclaim to be, and it is what it is. But, hey, man, no harm, no foul. I ask the questions. I can't control the answers, and life goes on. But I will say this. I do want to say this. Ren, we were waiting for you, my man. We were waiting for you.
I want you to come explain to me what's up with that picture.
Yeah. But, I can't wait till next week because we start next week on Tuesdays back again, the Fighter's Voice Knockout Radio Show, which leads to Wednesdays, the Fighter's Voice Kick-Ass Podcast. And we got some great guests great guests coming up, and one's going to be a surprise. I was very surprised when he said, "Hey, Richard, I'm on vacation. When I come back, I want to come on the show." And I would never think that
on vacation. When I come back, I want to be on the show.
Yeah, because
Are they a fighter?
He said, okay, and I won't say a name. He said, what would you do with an ex-football player? Why would an ex-football player want to come on a fight show? And I said, I'm glad you asked. Because a lot of people think that's all we are, is just a fight show. But you got to remember, every fighter has a voice, and so do you. You don't need to walk in the octagon in the ring, and I'll say it again, to be on the show. You can be a doctor fighting injuries. You can be a police officer fighting crime. Somebody wanting to fight for Senate to get on the chair, and we've had Darren Miller on the show when he was fighting, but we mix it in with boxing and MMA. We have people fighting cancer, and it's a platform for people.
Are they current? So they're ex-football?
Yeah, they're ex-football.
What do they currently do? Why do I feel like I've heard you talk about this before? Like I've heard you had that conversation with someone.
Because he's the manager at ESPN 940.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I've
Chris Pacheco will be on the show.
I remember us having this conversation before.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, hey, man, it's a platform.
Yeah, no, and I was green.
But I love the challenge of it as far as how would you make that work? How can you have a doctor on the show? How do you make that work?
That's super easy.
That's
super easy. There's so many different routes you can go with that. What sports are involved with, where they say medicine then, where they say it now.
We wouldn't even have enough time to ask them all the questions and all the content.
You'd really have to narrow down to like a couple core questions.
But one thing I do want to say, okay, June 15th, you got the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, making his debut with Top Rank Boxing. But on the same day, Stockton's 209. I believe this event's going to be in Modesto. 209 beatdown. 209 beatdown. I mean, that's going to be happening, man. I mean, that show is, it was explosive. I went to the last show last time. It was very explosive. And he said, Richard, if you know any former or current MMA guys, let me know. I got a VIP seat right here. And it's good. It's great. You introduce them. They get to be introduced and stay relevant. And hey, cage side seats, man.
Dude, you can even use like current guys. Get like
absolutely
Sotos and stuff out there.
Well, speaking of Sotos, man, Soto's been posting little things here and there.
Has he?
I know he's getting a little itch.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, dude, I tried to put him and Mike in touch when Aframowicz was looking for that opponent for that 145er, and I was
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm not a matchmaker,
dude.
I am never ever getting involved in matchmaking. I'm never ever going to get involved in trying to help a fighter out. Now, I will help him out by giving him a platform to be on the show, giving him an interview, but I am not a matchmaker. Because when you do that, there's nothing done in this life for free.
True.
There's not.
True.
There is not. So I don't want to, I'll stay with what I know, but I know enough to say, okay, you would have to go this route or this route. When I'm out of my element, I'm not going to stir you astray, or I may say, let's find out together, or I'll say, I'm not the person for this show. So don't get it taken out of content when I say I want to help a fighter. I'm not going to contact agencies or any of that stuff. Well, I verbally put one together, I thought, but, you know.
But like, remember,
we'll move on from that.
You can only give your opinion on what matches should be made, and then it's still up to the promoter and the fighters.
Okay, what do you do when someone says, I need a certain fighter at a certain weight class? And you know you can help. Do you stay out of it, or do you kind of help out a little bit?
I would say, here's the name and number of a guy I think that might fit that bill.
That's what I should have done.
There you go. Like, that's why I tell guys, hey, what matchmakers numbers do you have?
But instead, I went back and forth. I contacted that person. No.
That's where you're fucking yourself.
Well, I just learned that.
Yeah.
So, but when this wasn't a homie who asked. This was somebody who was a freaking clout.
It doesn't matter. Chuck Liddell can hit me up and say, hey, I need to get in with RFA.
Lesson learned. I'll stick to what I know, to what I love doing, and to what I like to say what I'm good at.
It's not even sticking to that. It's the verbal judo of it is just when a matchmaker hits you up and you know a guy, you just shoot him. Well, first
I didn't have a matchmaker hit me up. I had a president hit me up.
But even then, even better, because then you can go, hey, here's what's going to happen. I might know a guy, let me hit him up.
Yeah.
And then you hit up said guy and say, hey, I've got so-and-so. They're looking for a 145 or whatever.
Yeah.
Your name came up to mind. I'm not doing this, but what I'm saying is, are you interested? If so, I'm going to give the matchmaker your contact info.
I did all that.
And then that's it.
I did all that. Did all that. There was emails. There was everything. There was confirmation. There was even a negotiation on the weight, because I said, this isn't a good fight for you. You may want to go here.
Dude, and I thought, you got stuck way in the middle of that,
bro. It just
got stuck
no. I'm just telling you, if I wasn't doing this, I can do that. But I choose not to do that. That stuff comes natural.
It does start to get a conflict of interest kind of.
It came natural to me. I won't do it again. and I'll let that go. Lesson learned.
Yeah,
because I'd rather keep relationships and so-called friends than throw it away because of some miscommunication or some
exactly because if those negotiations fall through
or low money bullshit.
And that's really not your problem because all he said was A was looking for B, you're B meet A. I'm out. Like that's all. That's why like when I was just like Soto meet Mike. There you go, guys. Like it was like that day, and I was like, fuck yeah, why not? Because they're both looking for the same thing.
That took place that day too.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Did they get that match? Did he find him a home? Was they looking for an opponent? Did they find a fighter for that guy?
Somebody else contacted the guy maybe a week later, and according to that contact a week later, they made the match, but was already verbally done by way of. But
another organization or just another camp?
Nah, the fight's probably going to take place. 80% sure that fight's going to take place.
That they negotiated?
I didn't mention no names, did I?
No, we haven't.
It's probably going to take place in August.
I mentioned my attempt to get Soto and Mike in touch, but that was just my attempt at like. You know what? That's as far kind of thing as I go.
Let's talk about that because I think Soto will go in there and clean it up.
I think it'd be a really good spot. I'm actually surprised that nobody scooped him up when he became a free agent, especially with the way he fought against TJ and stuff. I figured the second he was viable to get scooped, somebody would have. But he also might have pulled himself off the market too, because I know he was going in a couple different directions. So
he was open when we had that conversation. I'm not going to put word in his mouth, but we had a conversation, and he said, "Okay, if this makes sense, I'm in. I'm."
Dude, I just want to say, he should be fighting for LFA. He should be fighting for Combate. Like he should be fighting for that.
He has fight left in him to just say, "Okay, I don't want to fight anymore."
Oh, dude,
I mean, the guy's and in my opinion, has no business standing toe to toe. He is a ground wizard. He is a wizard, my man.
He would go in there, and his wrestling and his jiu-jitsu would be
it's freaking
really entertaining.
Remarkable.
Because you got to remember, you got a lot of those guys that I've seen on their roster so far. They love the bang. Yeah. They're bangers. Great, cool. Dangerous.
One thing about Combate, man, even though the crowd was low in Stockton, the events, the fights itself, the matchmaking there, I mean, these guys come chucking them.
And that's where bad timing hurts.
They throw down.
The review of your show, and it hurts the fighters because they're not getting as much exposure for those exciting matches.
Speaking of exposure, and I don't want to bug him right now, but congratulations. Richard Goodman had twins. Matchmaker from Tachi.
Congratulations.
Fights.
I saw that picture today.
Yeah, congratulations, Richard. And I want to know.
Were they expecting twins?
I don't know.
Because if not, dude, Rich might have went, what? You're expecting one kid.
No, there's a picture of him laying down on the couch. He looks kind of tired, but he's a proud dad.
Imagine him and his little lady are probably exhausted, dude.
But I do miss Tachi Palace fights.
I do too.
Because they bring it.
I do.
On KP, they bring it.
They're about due, man. Hey, dude, Rich, if you need help, we just want to we got to get some TPF going again. Yeah. Let's go. We got guys that fight. They need fights.
Let's get that going, man. Because they have a great market. I don't know what's going on there. So they're probably just waiting, just ready to bust out soon.
Yeah, it's just like I said, they set aside a certain budget. Rich is real limited on what he can do. It's hard, dude. But as many shows as they put on successfully, it's just you find a way to just keep making it even better each show. Yeah. How do we maybe squeeze a little more money out of the casino budget because we can get this guy, but it's going to cost this much, which puts us over budget. But if we do go higher and afford that, we'll probably make this back in foot traffic sales or ticket sales, et cetera, because we'll fill in more seats because of him. The dollars are there. It's just a matter of cost effectiveness versus, your overhead. So.
Yeah. Are we good? What do we got? About 5 more? Okay. Yeah, we're good. So, man, the fights were uneventful this weekend, man, on the UFC.
Right? Yeah, it was real quiet. Dos Anjos won his fight. Yeah. But other than that, there was no real ladder movement. It was like I said, this is the cause and effect you're going to get from ESPN Plus making that partnership with the streamings and the content demand that ESPN and the digital carriers are putting on them. It's not just we want to put on a bunch of shows. It's we want a bunch of shows. Yeah. Like as many shows as you can give us. So they're just you're going to have a lot of fights that just kind of don't move anyone anywhere. Yeah. They just kind of happen. And you're going to be like, well, hold on. I've seen this dude fight twice. How is he still 7th? I don't understand. So, because the rankings don't really mean anything. But look, again.
Well, it's the politics about it, man. Man, quit bringing that up, man.
That's the golden.
Would you buy that shirt? Would you buy that fight?
No.
Heck no, man. No, I'm cool.
And that's my golden example of where their rankings don't matter.
I'm a DC fan, but I don't want to see that fight again.
Me too. And I don't want to see that fight.
No, I don't want to see that.
I don't think there's a very large population of people that want to see that fight because it just doesn't make any sense. But anyway, that's my golden egg for how rankings don't really matter. It's just that's the gold example. Yeah. How do making matter? Make that make sense.
Yeah.
Well, there's nobody else to fight on. Bullshit.
Well, talking about fighting, man, somebody who fights with my taxes, this lady is badass, bro. No, she did my taxes, bro. She got down. Zoila Frosto taxes, man. She'll tax that ass. Knock it all out, dude. She will knock it all out, dude. All the fines, all the everything. Bro, she is badass. She is bad. She's the best. Bro, not only do you get that, she gave me some content. I can't wait to have Zoila on the show now.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I'm not going to lean that. I'll let Zoila spill a little bit. But Mama was spilling. I'll keep that between us. But Mama's a G.
You get Mom in trouble.
Well, I will say this. I know where Zoila got that fight from because Mama's a G.
Oh?
Yeah, the way Zoila knocks people out, that's why her mom knocks them taxes out. She just punches the shit out of them. Just boom, it's a wrap. Hey, Zoila's tax service.
Dude, I hope you're getting
Madera,
paid.
California. Not number 2, not number 3, but number 1 in tax service. She doesn't let you go unless it's good to go. And you know what? It's everything. She evens out and she will help you. She'll go that extra mile for you because it wasn't just, okay, Richard, sign here, bounce.
Yeah, no, there's
she
more
went
to
through
it
it
than that.
thoroughly.
If you want it done correctly.
Every receipt, every I, every T, stapled, printed. She showed me, okay, this is why this is this. See, you can't be doing this and doing this. What you need to do is, okay,
you need to recategorize.
Yes,
these,
exactly,
like that,
bro.
yeah.
She's badass, bro.
Yeah. She's like, this is a work expense.
Okay, you know how we have Miles Harris, badass attorney. We need to have Zoila Frosto, badass tax service. Boom, knock the taxes out.
I want to see a commercial with Zoila's mom with fucking dark ass Ray-Bans on.
Yeah.
And some action signs of it. Tax is done. And
yeah.
dude,
that would be badass. Zoila should be in there.
She'll be punching him and stuff. Tax that ass. Dude, I want to see Zoila have a tax that ass commercial or a slogan pop up.
Speaking of Miles Harris, man, he went with me to the Combate fights. Loved it, man. And he's a G. I mean, he don't just sit there, man. He's experienced it. He was kind of disappointed that he didn't have blood on his suit. That type of stuff. He was right there in the grid,
I
man.
wore a cheap suit hoping to get blood on it.
Hey, dude never rocks a cheap suit.
No, well, what we consider, a cheap suit might be a paycheck for me. So
yeah. Speaking of gear, and that's nothing cheap, man. Jose Ramirez, man, his gear.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet you he just bought a new house. I bet you he has one room with just his clothes, man. Dude got gear for days.
Probably got a big ass walk-in closet.
And see, he has that style where he can get away with it. Like me and you wear it, they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Are you going fishing or something?
Yeah.
He can rock that style, man.
It's kind of like Nate. Nate just kind of wears whatever.
Oh, Nate just puts a black shirt on. But Jose Ramirez, I mean, you can see him like a Mexican GQ magazine.
Yeah.
No, you really can't.
He's got the politician look. He's
got boom, right there. Hey, Rick's already on it right now. he's texting me saying, Rich, you're already late. Man, we did the photo shoot, everything. No, serious. He has that. And the models are kind of slender anyways. So yeah, I can see that happening. The dude rocks gear, man.
I'm sure if they pay him enough.
Have you seen his house?
He's doing okay. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is what he makes and then something else to use his image, he'd be like, I don't know.
No,
I don't see enough zeros.
He's not camera shy, bro.
Yeah, but it's not a matter of camera shy. It's a matter of you want to use my image to promote your product. That can't be cheap.
Oh, well, I mean,
that can't be cheap.
Speaking of imaging, man, Hector Macho Camacho, he won his fight. First round knockout. Went to the body.
I was going to ask you about that. I saw the
here
backstage.
we go. Oh, here we go. Boom, to the body. Okay, here we go.
That was it? That was it?
Well, prior to that, he threw a combination, man.
Okay.
That's all it needs to be seen.
I was going to say, because
it's macho time. Look at him. It's macho time. I'm probably going to get a call from Cassius. That's an inside joke saying, don't play macho stuff.
Man, nah, that was good. I was wondering because I saw the backstage before.
Yeah,
I was going to ask you how that worked.
Yeah. And he fought, I believe, like at cruiserweight or something.
So cruiserweight, what's that?
No, I'm giving him a hard time, man. The dude fought at super middleweight.
So what's that? 170?
168.
168.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. But his goal, he has a goal, man. Try to get back down to him.
So that's step one. Right there, step
absolutely,
one.
Absolutely. Hey, man.
Step one, checked off the list.
Yeah, exactly.
Did he get a chance to talk to him and see what he got planned? Gonna try to jump onto another one?
Well, I mean, the interview that I heard him say was, hey, he was working to the body and one step at a time, and his next fight is going to be in Puerto Rico, from what I'm hearing. Yeah, and then I believe Florida, and then he wants to take one here in the States.
Okay.
I mean, here in the United States. I mean, talking about New York.
Yeah, so
Which
he's
is
trying
another
to,
second home to Puerto Rico.
trying to get some tune-up fights is what he's trying to do.
Absolutely.
He's trying to get a tune-up fight or two and get the rust off and get down to that weight that he wants to actually compete at, and then take probably a challenge fight.
I want to see him in Bam Bam Rios.
Yeah. They both run around at cruiser.
Well,
or
I mean, but they both walk around. I can see that fight taking place at 154s. Yeah, Bam Bam Rios is with Robert Garcia. He lost his last fight, but that name came up during an interview that we had, and he said, "I like it." He goes,
I was talking about that one time. You were kind of pushing for that idea a little bit.
Yeah, I like to see that happen. Man.
He's got,
But again, I'm not playing matchmaker, man.
He can make a lighter weight. I think he can easily get it. He's got some weight that he can shed there.
Yeah, exactly.
To see him hit that target weight of where he wants to be competitive. Right now, this is just getting down.
Believe it or not, he
weight.
came down. He was up there, and he came down. So one step at a time. You don't just want to completely drain and your body.
He's just going to work his way down until he gets to the weight cut area, and then take probably a challenge fight.
And I'm excited because we got a new segment that's coming out, and it's called The Voice in the Crowd. And that's basically, we're going to be taking some info from everybody out there who's probably never boxed before, or that has a voice that wants to say those referees don't know what they're doing, those judges don't know what they're doing. Oh, that fighter, man, I'll beat him easy. That's never ever laced him up. And I'm not saying you guys fit in that category.
Coaches.
Yes, it's a voice in the crowd.
Nah, I like it.
A voice in the crowd. It's going to take off.
It's good every once in a while when you can get those guys that are those armchair quarterback type guys.
Hey, they deserve. Hey, they buy the pay-per-views. They buy the shirts. They deserve to be heard.
But the thing is that you can hear their thoughts in it sometimes, and then when you actually articulate it in your own head I
want to hear their thoughts when they've been drinking. That's
Stand them up.
That's
their fucking thoughts when they've been drinking.
Or no, you know what's the best one that I always get? Man, they shouldn't have stopped that fight. What do you think, Richard? Bro, he was out.
Yeah, I mean,
he was out.
Bro, did you see his eyeball? His fucking eyeball was hanging out, bro.
He was out.
Yeah.
Well, the referee didn't even count. Do you think he needs to?
Yeah, go look, bro. Face down. Face down, hands out. That's it. It's over.
That's it, man.
The ref comes in and goes, 1. That's it. If you don't move by 1, you're done. You're done. You need to already be on the way back to your feet, dude.
Yeah, that's it, man. And I'm excited because we're going to be auditioning some new voices here. I mean, a female Spanish voice. So later on, we're going to be letting them know they can send their video. We're going to send them a script. They can send their tryout video, because a lot of times they sound real good with their own, their own little channels, and they get here. And we've had some, and they don't know how much for words. So we're just not going to throw them out there. We're going to work with you and coach you and, get you to that next level, man, and take the opportunity. Because no one ever said, hey, Richard, I got something here. Do you want to be heard? I mean, or do you want to try out, so to speak? Or, hey, let me introduce you to this guy. And I didn't get that. The only thing I got was from Big Al Perez Jr. He said, you want to do radio? I said, sure. And I didn't hear from him for like 6 months. I showed up one day, he just threw me in the water. But he gave me the opportunity. I learned a lot from that man.
But that reminds me, I got to do voiceover recordings for this script this guy sent me for some cartoon thing.
Oh, really? That's cool, man, because I got a script, too, about an air conditioning unit. No, I did. And then this other guy from work, which I know, I got to do it too. He made these videos that he's selling, but he did the voice. He goes, man, I don't like my voice.
Okay.
So
he
goes,
wants
hey,
somebody to reshoot
yeah, but
it.
he wants me to do it. I'm a visual person. I need to see something.
You need to see the
it.
product.
Yes, not just the script.
You don't want to say, look at this purple dinosaur, and it's a white raccoon. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, that's cool.
That is cool.
What AC company? Is it like a company, or is it like a
it's an AC unit company. I just got the script, man.
It's getting there too.
It's short and sweet.
Yeah, it's getting hot out.
So kind of like knockout heat or some kind of crap like that.
Cool.
I mean, but I don't know. I don't want to say crap, but some kind of stuff like that.
The way you rhyme, dude.
But see, I'm looking forward to when we come with the dream matchups. You know what I mean? When we do that animation stuff. I mean, like Mario Lopez and against so and so against Tyson, or like Kermit the Frog versus freaking Freddy Cougar or something. You know what I mean?
Celebrity deathmatch.
Yeah, something like that, but a little bit of what we're doing.
Yeah, but with a cartoonish atmosphere.
Yeah, I mean, because we're basically commentating while it takes place.
That'd be funny.
Oh, it's going to be fun.
That'd be funny. That'd be cool.
That's going to be fun.
I wish I knew how to draw.
Man, I wish we can take it back from the late, great freaking Robin Williams. Oh, oh man. I mean, nobody comes close to that dude.
Not Jim on the Carrey speed of voices.
Jim Carrey comes close, but Robin Williams.
Yeah, he had just the ability to just jump from voice to voice.
Robin Williams versus Jim Carrey.
That would be easy. That'd be easy.
Really?
Yeah, Robin Williams all day.
Oh boy, yeah, his longevity.
He just has a bigger talent.
Well, I mean, his voices, but I think how do we get on this conversation? But I think Jim Carrey's face expressions, man, they kill. Hey, as always, it's been a pleasure. You want to wrap it up right here? Because I got something to say before we go.
Oh, yeah. No, remember, guys, check us out. We got our YouTube channel. We've got the Tuesday radio shows coming back.
Yep.
You know, what do we call that? It's not the KICKASS.
The Fighter's Voice Knockout Radio Show.
The Knockout Radio Show. I was like, we have the KICKASS podcast, but we've been gone for a couple weeks. So you got the Knockout Radio Show next week, guys, setting up next week's podcast.
Yes.
And just make sure you subscribe. Check out our YouTube channel. Subscribe, hit the notification. That way you know when we're airing stuff. You don't want to miss out. A week later, you're like, all these videos. So keep up on it.
That's www.youtube.com/The Fighter's Voice. Every fighter has a voice, and so do you. And I want to thank everybody who wished my son Richie a happy birthday. It meant a lot to me. Actually, I want to thank Rico from Red Wave. He did some ink on me. And not only did he do that, I mean, he's very, very thoughtful, and he knew what I was going through. And last night was a great day. People had said, hey, it's probably a rough day for you. I said, no, it's a beautiful day. So I appreciate all the viewers, all the followers, and I'm letting you know about Richie's birthday because without the whole concept of the thumbs up for Richie, there would not be no Fighter's Voice. Every fighter has a voice, and so do you guys out in the crowd. And hopefully you have those like buttons and you can subscribe to the channel. As always, hey, it's a wrap. Thumbs up for Richie.
Okay, fight fans, it's not goodbye, but until next week.
Remember.
It's always voiceography at its finest. So on behalf of Richard Ortiz, Cole Escovedo, the special guests, and all the crew right here at the Kick-Ass Podcast, saying hasta luego, babies. And always, thanks for listening.